Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the most important and the most competitive paper of whole CUET-PG. There are many papers in CUET-PG, but this is the most competitive. The reason is that it's a general paper, it's a general aptitude paper. So the paper is COQP11. We're going to discuss about 2-3 things specifically, the major courses through this particular paper. Another is we'll do a detailed analysis. I've done that for the past 2 years of COQP11. I hope that as an aspirant you must have gone through the previous year's question paper. If not, the link is there in the description section. You can download the paper, you can download the syllabus and everything. Also, we'll discuss about the exam format. It's just not the syllabus which makes the exam competitive, or it gives the scope of the topics that have to be taken care of, but also the format of the exam, the type and the format of the question that this exam gives with respect to this particular syllabus. Okay, so these are the few things. The most competitive one, again, because last year 67,000 people have taken up this paper, and with this year TIS and many other universities getting added to CUET-PG, I won't be surprised that this number crosses somewhere around or doubles this number, 1,20,000. Okay. Now let's see some very important and major university courses that is offered through this particular paper, COQP11 itself. It is definitely not the exhaustive list. We'll have a detailed video, particularly course specific, but this is just to give a broader idea what through these paper, what are the best courses that you can apply for. Of course, there are many major courses of TIS. We'll discuss in detail what are the courses that are taking COQP11. DULLB, this is through the same paper. BHU ka MSW, BHU ka LLB, and these very famous courses of BHU is through the same paper. So you can get an idea why this paper becomes very competitive, right? Now let's dive into the syllabus of this. The courses that is offered by TIS through this particular paper. You see that majority of the courses, except for the courses of management and few other courses, are through different papers, but most of the courses, in fact all the courses of MSWs is through this paper. All the other courses of education, library science, natural resource and governments, development and policy are through this paper only, COQP11. Okay. Now let's talk about the detailed analysis of this particular paper of each subject and topic wise. Okay. So if you look into this, there was one set of RC, 2 questions of one word substitution, and so on. So eventually there were 28 questions through this particular section, and this was when the number of questions were 100. Now in the latest pattern or the latest update of CUET-PG, I hope you are aware that the number of questions would be 75. So you can decrease the weightage of questions proportionately. At the same time, the time for 100 question used to be 120 minutes, and the time for 75 questions is now 105 minutes. So 1 hour 45 minutes would be given to you for 75 questions. Now look at general awareness, and if you see that questions of computer awareness were 11. So total number of questions from computer section was 44, and 1/4 of the question was from computer awareness for whatever reason, not getting into that. Also questions were asked from PNC, also permutation and combination. Also questions were asked from geometry. I'm just mentioning those chapters which you may feel that's not there in the official syllabus. So this is the detailed analysis of COQP11. You can take a screenshot of it, and then you can of course look into the past year question papers and see that where do you stand, where do you need to work upon. Now 2 very important things. If you look into the question paper of COQP12, which is a paper for MBA entrance, most of the syllabus, because in that these three sections are majorly dealt except general awareness. In terms of difficulty level, in terms of the syllabus, there is no big difference. In fact, the people who are also appearing or who would be appearing for COQP11, they have some extra burden specifically for general awareness. In general awareness, the topics covered is vast. Also, very important point to note is that most of the questions are from static section. You can see that current affairs was just asked 4 questions from current affairs, just approximately 10%, 9.09, just calculating it, 10% of the questions were from current affairs. So there is nothing much that you should put a lot of effort in the current affairs, but some major happenings of the year would definitely be sufficient. But look at the chapters: general science, that includes physics, chemistry, biology. Polity questions, we'll discuss about the nature of the questions, and all the topics which are majorly asked from GK is taken care in this particular section. So the weightage of this particular section was huge. 44% means when the paper was of 100 marks. So this was 28, this was 25, and this was 21. So this has comparatively the least weightage across all the papers, across all the sections. So if you feel yourself is struggling a lot in quants, there is much more that you can study on and improve your score, whether it is verbal ability, general awareness, and logical reasoning. And if you look also into the topics that are covered in quants, those are majorly basic aptitude topics: ratio, proportions, percentage, right? And all the chapters that are based on those particular concept. Level of question was easy. Let's get into the format of the paper. See, it's just not always the syllabus which defines the paper. It always defines, the paper is defined by syllabus, the difficulty level, and the pattern in which question was asked. So broadly, with my observation, I've seen that English section was not easy. It is more for the intensive usage of words and grammar, right? Also, the options that were framed, or the questions that were framed with jumbled options. So that test that you have to be very particular about picking certain options, because options itself are jumbled and made further options. Similarly, for general awareness, what I observed was polity questions were not very direct. They were about the observation and understanding of polity section. At the same time, with the general awareness, the general science section was also on that particular note, that you need to have sufficient understanding of those particular topics, not the superficial MCQs, rote learning method. Logical reasoning and quants were very standard sort of questions were there. So if you prepare in a very standard manner, these two sections can be taken care, but definitely not the English section. Go and check the past year question papers. The link is there in the description section. Check the syllabus, check the past year question paper, 2-3 question papers, so that you get to know what sort of questions are there, where is your strength, what's your weakness, how much effort do you need to put. We also have a course. Let's also, one very important thing, because that is also need to be put up these days, that don't be surprised that if the question is wrong, if the question is correct and none of the option matches the correct answer. So be mentally ready, because ab ye batana padta hai. Every exam we have been seeing that wrong questions are there, and which deters the students exam taking capability, its momentum during that particular exam itself. Okay, now we also have a course specifically for a CUET-PG preparation, where you get complete recorded videos, live classes. We are having classes 6 days a week, mock test specifically designed for CUET-PG. For all these papers, we are covering these papers: COQP12, COQP11, COQP20 for psychology, COQP19 specifically for MPH. This MPH is through COQP11, but other universities MPH is through COQP19. Similarly, for MHA, This MHA is through COQP11, but other university is through COQP22. These are domain specific papers. MSW ka course specific, that is HUQP21. Major college is DU ka MSW. There are many other colleges. We'll come up with an exhaustive list that is possible, but that's not the purpose of this video. You can inquire about our courses. That's all. Anything else apart from this that you want information particular to any specific topic, any specific courses, the anything that you feel, please put it in the comment section. I hope this video was helpful. This should be kept in mind ki what is the weightages of each of the particular topics and what sort of questions are there. So this should be a blueprint, and of course your previous year question papers that will give you how exactly your preparation should go. Mock tests are very important. We are providing 20 mock tests for its preparation. You can take up our mock test, very good quality, and specifically made sure that it is matching to the CUET-PG standards. That's all. Thank you.